boy. Roman is the biggest bad guy character in professional wrestling.
When's the last time you got laid?
French toast is the exchange student that you have like a 3-week affair with.
Like, we can see that you don't have pants on.
Can we tell the truth about Dusty sooner or later?
Bro, less people wanted that than are currently watching our stream.
And you know Vince, and you still think, are these true? It's like...
Welcome to the Mark It Down podcast.
Ozzy, and welcome to another edition of the Mark It Down podcast. I completely stole Danny's thunder because this is not mine.
I know it's been a while since we've done a prediction show.
We're ending the
show
stream.
some goddamn respect,
and we're going to start over.
Full-blown force of habit. I'm so sorry. Danny, the floor is yours.
Oh my God. Can we hit the intro again? And then
do the intro.
Do the intro one more time.
I'll do it. This is disgusting.
I'm so...
Oh, boy.
The
wrong intro. Oh, boy. Roman is the biggest bad guy character in professional wrestling.
When's the last time you got laid?
French toast is the exchange student that you have like a 3-week affair with.
Like, we can see that you don't have pants on.
Can we tell the truth about Dusty sooner or later?
Bro, less people wanted that than are currently watching our stream.
And you know Vince, and you still think, are these true? It's like...
Welcome to the Mark It Down podcast.
Like, I don't care how many episodes of Mage you're in, it doesn't give you the guy the right to show up late. Like, am I crazy for that? Am I being out of line
so
because
much.
this guy? Oh my God! Why are you? What the?
I should not have gotten involved, Rev. I
oh my
apologize
God!
To you.
I didn't realize you guys were there. Hi, hey, hello, welcome to Mark It Down production. My name is Weezer, and I'm joined by Beverly and Hills. And we're here to talk about Elimination Chamber, coming to you live at like 4 or 5 in the morning if you live around where we live. And it's going to be one hell of a show. Almost a borderline perfect show, dare I say, because it's only 4 matches long. I think 5 is the perfect number. 4 is a little short, but you know, that's fine.
It's 2 long ones, so it kind of evens itself out.
And
exactly.
Like, we're getting a talk show appearance, so that's definitely going to be the same segment time as a 5th match.
Yeah, so it's 5 segments.
Yeah, that's upsetting. Anyway, real quick before we get into the actual matches on this show, let me ask you, Hills, how excited are you for this pay-per-view? Scale of 1 to 10. I feel like what you gotta
I guess I'll take this one.
I really thought I was Hills, but I will please. I feel like a Beverly.
I'm pretty excited. I think the card is really good. I'm excited about the people in it. I'm excited to see Rhea in front of her home, her home country fans, which I think is going to be great. Not thrilled about waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm still on the fence about it. I could probably pull it off if I'm not still awake. We'll see. We'll see how that one goes.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
No, it would be more of a problem of staying up until the end of it. I can be up at 5. That's
my thing too. I could be up for the start of it. Yeah.
And then doing this would be my problem. So, making it to 10 o'clock is usually a little bit difficult for me, depending on the situation. But overall, I'm pretty hyped for the show. I think there's a lot of fun ways a lot of things can go this morning or tomorrow morning. Yeah,
well, we're getting there. Or 2 mornings from now. So.
Whatever. I keep thinking it's Friday for some stupid reason.
I understand that we have that Friday feeling here on the Mark It Down podcast. I totally get it. Beverly, scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for this pay-per-view?
6.
Ooh, he was going to say 5. You heard that?
I was going to say 5.5, but I was like, let me just commit to a full number.
Okay.
It's a 6. I think the matches are going to be good, but I think we could pretty much nail, I could say the winners without even any discussion.
5.5.
But yet, here we are.
Yeah, right?
Here we are. We're going to drag this out just a little bit. But that's fair. Don't bother asking me. But, we're going to start with a title match, I guess. We'll start with the tag team title match. I didn't plan an order, but we're going to start with the low point of the show already. And don't get me wrong, this is going to be a fun match. We have the Judgment Day of Finn Balor, Damian Priest, the tag team champions, versus British Strong Style, Butch and Tyler Bate, as they're known. I got all the names right there, all of them. Because Newcastle Republic is a silly name. Like it's not bad, but it does not roll off the tongue. It is hard to say, and it's 3 words. It's like 5 syllables, and they're clunky somehow. Like,
yeah, I get the intent, but yeah, it's very clunky there.
Yeah, just say British Strong Style, bro. Like it's easier to say. It flows off the tongue better. And I don't know. I guess NCR is fine. As a fine acronym, or initials, but whatever. I'll go first on this one. I'm gonna take the Judgment Day because there's no way they're gonna lose to Butch. Because he's not Butch anymore. Maybe if he was still Butch, I could believe that this guy's gonna win a title. But now that he's just Pete Dunne, it's not gonna happen, bro. So, sorry, it's not gonna happen, bruv. So, like, sorry. And also, unfortunately, Judgment Day are going to lose the tag titles to the Awesome Truth of WrestleMania because morons have nostalgia for a bad time period. Anyway, Hills, why doesn't my dad want anything to do with me? What's the deal?
That's a good question. I necessarily can't answer it because my dad actually wants things to do with me, and I don't want anything to do with him. So I guess if we combine the two, we would want to do with anything with each other. James is so uncomfortable with that. I will obviously be taking the Judgment Day here. I 100% agree with you, Danny. The Judgment Day are not losing the titles until WrestleMania, most likely to the Awesome Truth, who were okay for what they were at the time. We got that Survivor Series tag match with The Rock and Cena out of it, and they got arrested. And other than that, I don't really care about them. But the nostalgia is kind of cute, I guess. And I mean that slightly sarcastically. I'm just really hyped to see Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate back together. I was a big fan of them going all the way back to the original UK tournament. And obviously, yes, and 2P is saying Newcastle Republic is a bad name. I think the big reason why they didn't name them British Strong Style again is because of copyright. They most likely, they being WWE, don't own it, and they hate using things they don't own. So they just thought of something new for them so that they could use that and own it forever and ever. But I'm excited to see actual Pete Dunne back. I'm excited to see Tyler Bate in WWE proper. Hello, Hardcore Casual. Good to see you. WWE proper in Australia, which I think is a huge crowd for them. I think they're going to really have their back. And this should be a good match. But yes, obviously, Judgment Day retains.
All right, the real question is, who gets the pin here? Damian Priest or Finn Balor?
I'm gonna lean Bálor because I do think he's also going to be pretty over in Australia because he was in New Japan for so long. I think the crowd is very familiar with him. I think they're obviously also familiar with Priest, but I think the crowd might be a little more behind Bálor than Priest.
You got a real any place but America is the same.
Yeah, that's really what it sounded like.
Right now.
They have an accent, they're gonna get cheered somewhere else, is what you're saying.
I think those guys toured down there a lot. So
could you say Bálor one more time?
Bálor?
Nope.
His name is Finn Bálor.
Finn Balor.
He's okay. I feel confident he's doing it on purpose. Okay.
It's not Bali Total Fitness, it's Bali Total Fitness. And
it's
Finn
Balor. It's Bali, it's Bálor.
It's a little early to go to ads, James, but okay. I'm sorry, Beverly. Who do you have in this match, and who's going to get the pin? And better yet, how long is this match going to go? Give me an exact time.
Judgment Day, it's going to go 8 minutes and 33 seconds.
Ooh, I was thinking somewhere around there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna go a full 10, but it's not gonna be like a quick 2-second match either. They probably are gonna want to give the correct amount of time to the Elimination Chamber matches, and as they should. And this is a very, very obvious exhibition match. This is just so we can get more people on the card, and this is just so Judgment Day can get one last successful defense in before they drop it at Mania.
I genuinely forget about this match all the time. That's why I want to start with it too, because I really am like, it's a 3-match card. Where is this 4th match coming from?
Yep.
But it's apparently this match. It's just there's so many people not on this card, and it's just like, why is not Butch on this card? Like, if it was Butch, again, that'd be one. The guy makes it in the Money in the Bank because it's in the UK. It makes sense. But now he makes it onto this show when, like, I don't know, Indy Hartwell could have been in this match. You know, like she could have had the spot.
She should have been in a match at least.
Yeah, not any of the matches announced for this card. But you could have had a women's tag title match on this. You know, that's an easy 5th match right there.
I think we all just agree. Poor Emma, right?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I was about to bring her up too. Emma, it's crazy, and unfortunately, I feel like you wouldn't have made the card anyway. So it would have sucked no matter what.
Yeah.
Because apparently they're not leaning into too many of the hometown people besides the one really big one and the secret one that's also in the match. But whatever.
We really got to talk about that because I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, we'll get there. We're not doing that next. We're saving that. That's the main event. That is the main event. Anyway, we're gonna talk about. I guess we'll just do the next men's match, and we'll do the Elimination Chamber. Winner gets a shot at the consolation prize in the consolation match for Seth Rollins, supposedly. You know, so that feels real special.
He's just out here provoking us, James. It's been so long.
No. So some inside baseball for you guys. Some inside baseball. I'm also watching TNA, so I can then go live as soon as this video is over to go live to cover TNA Impact later tonight. And we did an interview with somebody today, and we skated around some questions because it was going to be a spoiler for the TNA product, but it happened today, and we could have talked about it as if it had happened.
Oh, that's funny.
Well,
you should have planned that a little better, I guess.
Who would have known?
Hopefully it helps the ratings.
Right? Yeah, seriously.
Anyway, I guess stay tuned for that. We're dropping a very special interview with an actual wrestler because here, the Market Down podcast, we are professionals. Nobody fashions better than us. Okay, and we interview real wrestlers, just like James is on a real TV show, and Producer Boy has produced real movies, and Rev has hosted real radio shows. And me and Chad me and Nick haven't really done much. Chad's released an album, but me and Nick and Dragoon are nobodies. I don't know. Matt has taken pictures with wrestlers, so that's something.
What's up, Navarro?
Navarro, the spoilers for everybody's predictions, but we'll get to them. But what's up? The men's elimination chamber. We got definitely not obvious winner. Could be any of these guys. Drew McIntyre versus definitely wants to be in this elimination chamber match. Randy Orton versus it's not even thinking about the world title right now. Bobby Lashley versus highlight of the fucking match. Logan Paul versus guy dragging the match down LA Knight versus guy who's going to do something fucking crazy, most likely, besides Logan Paul, Kevin Owens. And this match is borderline perfect. And there's going to be a lot of people, and a lot of people have already been saying the show's too predictable and they're not excited because how predictable it is. And I get it. It is a predictable show. Spoiler, we're all going to pick Drew, but I'll pretend. We'll play along. But one thing they've done a great job of, so much better than past chambers, they have just stacked the chambers with top guys. You're John Blattner. These chambers are filled to the brim. Okay, remember the 2010, 2011, 2009, 2012, and so on. there was guys who had no business being in there. You had like Big Daddy V in there. You know, you had guys that they're not only are they not winning, because none of these guys in this match, besides the obvious guy, is winning, but they're guys you could see winning a chamber, even if it's not this one. Guys who have won chambers, guys who are going to win titles soon, guys who would fight for titles. And when you stack a match like that, even if it's still predictable because of the way they've portrayed television lately, it just makes it that much better of a match. I'd rather a match be stacked with credible names than have 2 potential winners and then 4 lower mid-card people. You know, like, I don't want 2009 Kofi and Ziggler in Chamber. Like 2011 Ziggler and 2019 Kofi, absolutely. But I want the guys who I believe have a chance. That's why I'm glad. The only thing that could have made this match better is if you go against what I just said and you put Dominic Mysterio in it. But, you know, that being said, I think this is a borderline perfect lineup. Except for the fact that I think some of these guys, like LA Knight, Bobby Lashley, Orton, have they ever pretended to want this title? You know, like it's a little, that's fine. But we have big names. This match is going to be fantastic. That being said, I'm going to go with Drew. Hills, who do you have? And more interestingly, who are the first 2 people to start the match?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'll think about that one. I'm going to pick Drew like you did. And yeah, you're kind of right. I think we're all probably going to pick him. But I think he's the obvious choice here because of his recent character work. He has been so good on the mic, in the ring. He just beat Cody Rhodes, which is a big deal, even though it was dirty. He just beat Cody Rhodes. And since we have now shifted away from CM Punk with the injury, I think Drew is the most logical choice to not only take on Seth Rollins, but to beat him at WrestleMania. So for me, Drew is the obvious pick here. I'm going to push back on LA Knight a little bit, even though you're complaining about him. And I know he's not your favorite, but I think he does deserve to be in this match. He's over enough to be in this match, and that's why he is there. Bobby, I understand maybe he doesn't necessarily want this gold, but he's still credible enough to go after it. And Knight, just to get back to him, he doesn't care what he gets. He just wants a title. The first 2 people in the match, I think it really depends on who's going to face Logan Paul at Mania, whether it's LA Knight or Owens, because I think Logan Paul is going to start, and then they're going to have him face off against the guy he's not going to face of those 2. So if he's going to go against Knight at Mania for the U.S. title, he'll start off against Owens because they have history. And if he's going against Owens at Mania for the title, then he starts off against Knight because they've had a few interactions as well. So those would be my guesses.
What about what's actually going to happen, which is he's going to defend it in a ladder match, and both those guys are going to be in it?
That's also possible. I low-key think that the IC title is going to be one defended in a ladder match because they could protect Gunther that way if they wanted to.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard. Absolutely not.
But it'd be a serious fucking cop-out.
If you were James, we would have kicked you from the at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So just funny, Navarro had the same question as me, more or less. Orton's coming in last because he doesn't want to be in there and taking bumps.
Yeah,
and it's understandable. It's understandable. So yeah, we're on the same page there. And then, you know, I don't know who this jabroni is in the comments, but I think we all can agree with this. Sammy should have been in there because then you could at least, there's less predictability in it. And I don't fully understand why he's not. Like, again, like Bobby is great because he's a credible name. But I don't believe for a second he's going to fight Seth or that he even wants to fight Seth. Like, I feel like there was a huge misstep by putting Sammy in there. Why put Orton in there when the guy just came back from a long injury? You know he doesn't want to take these bumps. Like, I feel like there's no reason Sammy couldn't have been in there. I understand the story they're telling, but you could keep telling it if he loses in the chamber.
Especially if Drew eliminates him. Like, I think that works too.
I think they also just wanted to get Randy in Australia. Like, either make another match for him, which none of us really want for the sake of having a match, or you put him in the match itself because he's a draw. He's a very popular draw. So I get why he's there. I don't know why he's there at the expense of Sammy. Like, I love Bobby, but it should have been Bobby.
Yeah.
But
also, why is Logan Paul? I mean, not Logan Paul. Why is LA Knight in here? Not because of I'm joking earlier, but like he cost AJ Styles spot. Why didn't Styles return the favor? That makes no sense. You could have.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's ways that this could have worked, but alas, that's where we're at. Dragoon saying Logan Paul is going to be eliminated by LA Knight. Yeah, probably. But again, ladder match. People are fixated on the one-on-one aspect of this for a match that has never even been teased. We've all just assumed for months because we know he's not holding any meaningful titles. Granted, U.S. title is a little more meaningful because, a great wrestler's holding it. Terrible person. Get hit by a bus. Blah, blah, blah. All that
Stub your
stuff.
toe.
Yeah, after you get hit by the bus. And then two pieces real with Rollins pulling double duty with the tag match night 1 and Drew night 2. Drew's to squash Rollins. You could do that. Like you genuinely could do that as someone who's going to be there. I almost say the less the merrier because it's going to be a long 2 nights. But anyway.
I do think that is a real possibility. Maybe not necessarily a squash, but I could see Drew beating Seth a lot faster than we would have considered under normal circumstances.
Yeah. Especially it depends on who wins that tag match too. I think plays a big part in it. If the babyfaces lose that tag match, I don't know if Seth loses twice, but we'll see. That's the beauty of it. There's so much stuff up in the air. Who the fuck knows? Beverly, who's gonna win? Why do you think it's true? But more importantly, who comes in 3rd and 4th?
3rd and 4th.
I like it's not even who gets eliminated first. It's who comes in 3rd and 4th, right in the middle.
I'm gonna put LA Knight 3rd and Bobby 4th.
Oof. Okay.
I don't know so much about LA, but I'm gonna bet on Bobby being 4th simply because they like having what?
He's 5th. He's gonna be 5th.
You think he's 5th? Okay.
He's going to be 5th. Orton's going to be 6th.
Yeah. All right. So that's fair. I had Bobby in the middle, not last, because they like having that big guy coming in, just railing on people. So I figured 3 would be enough for him to beat down on. But yeah, you're right. 5 makes more sense. Randy's 6th. I'd put LA 4th. 3rd is who else is in the
I guess
Drew.
Drew.
Owens. Drew. Yeah, Drew would be 3rd. No, I don't know. I think Drew's gonna get the late night, like the late entry. I don't know. I don't
think he needs to. I don't think they're portraying him as that much of like a chicken shit heel that he needs to. So I feel like he can come in the middle and that's fine. But he'll be in a pod for sure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's going to be in a pod. And I agree. I think it's going to be Kevin and Logan that start the match.
If Orton comes in midway, he's going to be taking a nap. He's going to hit some moves and then get hit with one move and then be down for 10 minutes.
Yep.
We'll see. You said you went with Drew, right? You picked Drew?
Yeah, Drew's absolutely winning.
Okay, I guess we'll do eliminations. Who's gonna? All right, you guys. We all think LA Knight's gonna eliminate Logan Paul.
I think there's a very good chance of that. Yes, and then I think
kind of
Paul
feel
would immediately screw him over right after.
You think Paul's gonna eliminate LA? Is what you're gonna say, James?
I think
that's what I was gonna say, but no, it doesn't make sense. But no, LA's gonna eliminate Paul.
Yeah, and then I can see like Logan Paul hitting hitting LA Knight with something, and then like Bobby Lashley eliminating him or something like that.
See, no, but I actually like what you said. I think Knight's going to eliminate Paul. Knight's about to do something to whoever, Bobby or whoever, and then Paul comes in and screws LA.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And then Bobby Lashley eliminates LA Knight.
Yeah, no, fair.
Okay, so that thing in like. Logan eliminates Owens, who then gets eliminated by Knight, and then Logan causes Knight to get eliminated by Bobby or whoever.
And then Kevin.
Kevin's eliminated by Logan.
No, so but he comes back and fights. He comes back and fights Paul, who interfered against Knight. That's what I'm saying.
And then and we get the ladder match because people are people aren't thinking. People just aren't thinking that match should be a ladder match. But whatever. Are you guys gonna have Ice Cube's son on the pod anytime soon? Weirdly enough, he's not answering our messages, so
I would love to
probably
chop
not.
it up with him, but yeah, it doesn't seem like it's
We-
in the
we-
cards.
We tried talking about him with our interview guest today, and he didn't even really acknowledge what had happened. It was kind of funny.
I wouldn't be shocked if he didn't know who he was.
Yeah, it's fair. I mean, he's an actual wrestler, so he probably doesn't care what a non-wrestler person has to say, so it makes sense.
An actor.
Yeah. Is that what he is? I don't know. Who he
Yeah,
is.
no, he's an actor. He was he's in a bunch of shit. Most recently, I think he was in Obi-Wan.
Kevin, don't even get me started on targets, bro. Like I can show you the message, right? We said 9:00 on the dot, and at 9 on the dot, this guy texts us like, "I need 5 minutes," and he shows up 8 minutes late instead of 5, and it's just.
That's why I set the timer for 9:10 because I knew we weren't starting at 9.
And I do appreciate that, and I do appreciate you.
Yeah. Sammy should replace Bobby. Yeah, we were just saying that 2-piece, but it is what it is.
Yeah, and then obviously he played his father in Straight Outta Compton, O'Shea Jackson Jr. Because yes, Ice Cube's real name is O'Shea Jackson.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is.
First name Ice, last name Cube. Very
Yeah.
clearly.
I guess his government name is probably like Ice Tray Cubicle, but I don't want to dox the guy, so
Yeah.
actually, could you bleep that out? But
We're
This
live,
match-
pal.
this match is going to be awesome. Last question on it: who's going to be MVP of the match? I'm genuinely going to pick Logan Paul as the MVP of the match.
I think they're going to try to make him MVP of the match. We'll see how well he does because
He's going to have the spot of the match.
yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, it's him or Owens. I feel like those are the only real
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Owens because he's been in a few of these. I think he's probably gonna be in for the longest amount of time to be able to direct traffic because obviously Orton's been in more, but we're predicting he's gonna get eliminated pretty quick because he probably doesn't want to take a lot of bumps. So I think Owens is gonna be directing a lot of traffic, getting spots in the right spots for lack of a better phrase, and he'll be the MVP. But I think they'll give Logan the bigger spots and he'll come away hopefully looking like $1 million because, this thing is a little tricky, especially if you haven't been in it yet.
Yeah, it makes sense. All right. So I think it's going to be a really good match, honestly. So I am excited for it, but we'll move on from one chamber to another chamber. This one is for the women. And the winner will face Rhea Ripley or Nia Jax at WrestleMania. Rhea Ripley, though. But it's going to be definitely not obvious winner, Becky Lynch, versus definitely not fighting Jade Cargill at WrestleMania, Bianca Belair, versus definitely going to end up in the tag match, Liv Morgan, versus probably made a mistake returning Naomi versus gonna be the breakout star of the match, Tiffany Stratton, versus we made a last minute decision not to put Jade in this match, Raquel Rodriguez. And it's anyone's game. It's anyone's ball game. Don't let the press conference fool you. It could be any one of these women that wins this match. It really, really could. I swear to God, just because Becky Lynch interrupted Rhea Ripley during the press conference and has been teasing this match for so long, it doesn't mean anything. And in fact, I'm saying all this sarcastically, but Triple H hasn't booked the women's division super well. This could be a terrible misdirect, and it could not be. It could turn out to be, I guess, Bianca, or it could be Liv, and then it's gonna not turn out well because as much as I like Liv, just that won't get people to care too much. But that being said, I think we're all gonna go. But actually, let me not assume what you guys are gonna go for. Beverly, who do you have in this match?
I'm Beverly. God damn it, I'm Beverly. Okay, so I have Liv Morgan. No, I have Rhea Ripley. I think it comes down to Rhea. No, I said Rhea. God
Yeah,
damn
okay.
it.
I was waiting.
Yeah. Just who cares? I have Becky Lynch, and I think it's going to come down to Becky and Liv in the final two. And I think the men's is going to be better.
I mean,
think
it
we
could
had a
go
better
either
women's.
way.
Yeah, it could, but I think we had a better women's rumble, and I think we're going to get a better men's chamber.
Yeah, I guess I don't think they necessarily take turns.
I
understand what you mean, but I think this chamber, and same thing as the men's, they did a good job of stacking it with top women so that it feels believable despite being predictable. Like, it's Bianca Belair. At any point, they could just be like, yeah, Bianca's going to win, and we'll just do Bianca versus Rhea because that's a match people wanted a year ago and have kind of forgotten about. But, it's always possible that we get an LOL Bianca wins moment, even though we're not all there with Bianca yet. We all still like her, but, they're pushing their luck a little bit. So that's always a possibility. Liv has history with Rhea. It's not great history. It's like they were a fun tag team, but they never did anything. Like, they've both had more successful tag team partners than each other. And they also have fought a bunch of times. And, it's not a satisfying story, but it is a story. And Tiffany's the up and comer, even though no one thinks she's going to win, everyone's excited to see what she does. And I think no matter what happens in the chamber, everyone will come out of it and be like, Tiffany is fucking great. And you got Naomi returning. I think she's going to have a big spot. She's probably going to be the one jumping off the pod, and she'll have her moments, but she's not I don't believe she's going to win, but she's at least a former champion returning. They're not going to not push her, just not to the extent as she would have in another company that James is maybe a little more focused on right now. But and then Raquel's there. Raquel's gonna have the power spots, and Raquel being in here is actually a good stand-in for Rhea. Like, it'll almost be like a little preview. It's like they're almost like size-wise, they're pretty similar in stature, and like muscle-wise, Raquel's whole thing is her back, and Rhea has like a stronger back than her. So like, she's a good stand-in for her, even though she's the least believable person. So I don't dislike her inclusion. I just rather it have been Chelsea Green. The same way I kind of wanted Dominic in the men's one, because I feel like if you stack it that much, you can have the non-serious person in there too, and it's fine and it's funny and it works.
I'll say Navarro wanted Chelsea in as well.
Yeah. Women's chamber is decent. Every time was a highlight reel, like Logan for the men's, and Raquel I think was just given the spot. Yeah. Like I think it's more than decent. I don't think, again, they've never stacked a chamber this much. Like, granted, there's been a lot less women's chambers, but you got Bianca and Becky, multiple time champions, that like two of the top three women along with Rhea. You got a return to Naomi, who made a name for herself. You got up and comer Tiffany. You got fan favorite Liv, and Raquel's there. Raquel is there. Raquel has had two really good matches with Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax, so she has something going for her. That being said, Becky Lynch is going to win. Like, it's and that's fine. Predictable isn't bad. So Beverly, I'll start with you. Who do you think's going to win, and who enters last in this match?
You're Beverly.
Oh my
But
God.
no, we just spoke about. I just said what I said. I already picked my answer. It's his turn.
He did. I just wanted to make sure.
Did he? I don't remember him talking at all.
Yeah, you threw to him and then did a whole other thing, and then.
Oh yeah, I forgot. All I could think about is how I kicked Dragoon out, and then I lost track of what happened.
Yeah, glorious cameo from Dragoon there.
I mean, he's trying to get back in, but he's having trouble now.
Wait, hold on. Before you go, Hills. Yeah, we were just talking about this on Monday. Chelsea with Money in the Bank, that's the way to go, 100%. Which just having her in Chamber would have been that extra step to get there, where it's like, you know something great's coming for her, and I agree. But anyway, Hills, you have Becky, right?
Yeah, 100% have Becky.
Who's coming in last?
That's a good question. I guess it kind of depends on who starts. I don't think it's actually going to be Stratton. I actually think my hot take for this match is I think Stratton gets an elimination. I think it's going to kind of be similar to what happens in the men match, where somebody gets eliminated and they dick over somebody else, and then Stratton steals a pin. But I do think she is going to get an elimination in this match. Who starts first? I could see maybe Bianca and Naomi starting first. I think that wouldn't be a bad combination. That could be kind of cool. Maybe Bianca, Liv. I think my final two, though, are Becky and Liv Morgan. I think
That's
Bianca
fair.
at some point is going to
Copycat,
get eliminated.
Yeah,
I thought you said as
now
much,
I
but-
remember that you spoke, James. Now that he said the final two, now it rings the bell that you said something.
Beverly gets no respect.
I was agreeing with you.
Yeah, I
was.
So that's interesting. I agree. I actually think that's a good shout to have Bianca and Naomi start, because that's a matchup we haven't seen, and that's an interesting combination. You know, you got two athletic people, but just in different types of way. What's up, Nas? What's going on?
Good, Nas.
But I do think this match is going to be good. I think both the chamber matches are going to go, like 40-ish minutes, 45 minutes, and then with entrances, it'll be a whole hour of the show, and then that's perfect. Then you got a match you don't care about in between, and then you got the main event, which we'll talk about in a moment.
And the Grayson Waller effect.
Yeah. So everyone has spoken, so I guess we can move on.
I Dragoon.
Bro, that's the thing. That's the thing, Kevin. That's why I'm trying to ignore him, because like if I'd known he was gonna be here, I would have just made everyone different Weezer songs instead of splitting one song into two people. You know,
I can leave.
You just need to come up with a Weezer song title.
Just call him that, because that's the next line in the song.
It's just I feel like we're gonna lose the thread here. You can be Hash Pipe, I guess.
There you go.
Hash pipe.
You're Hash Pipe. Hash Pipe. Who do you think's gonna win this match? Who's entering last?
Who do I think is gonna win, or who I want to win it? Because who's gonna win is probably Becky.
I don't care who you want to win. Because if there's a difference, then your idea is bad. So who's gonna enter last?
Who's gonna enter last? Fuck. Bianca.
Bianca's gonna enter last. Oh my god! If you want us to take you seriously, you know what? While we're joking around, I guess.
Okay.
While we're joking around, who do you want to win this match? Liv Morgan?
I mean, like, as a fan, I like Tiffany. Personally, it wouldn't make sense for a storyline.
Wait, no. Replace F with M, and that's why you want it. As a man, you want Tiffany.
I like her in the ring too, bro. But yeah, Becky's definitely winning this. I don't see a reality where she doesn't.
I mean, the only reality is that Triple H doesn't book her or any of the women too well, honestly.
The only reality is Kevin Dunne sneaks in and changes the script at the last second because he doesn't like Becky.
We got rid of that man. He ain't here no more.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
He goes to a different school now.
Actually, the other schools wouldn't take him either, but he's expelled.
He's getting homeschooled by Vince.
Anyway, yeah, bro, you and Nick Maniotis would just have a ball of always wanting to push the new people before they're ready, and then just ruin them like by giving them too much too soon. And you just you'll always have the established people lose, and then no one will have name value because
all right, Liv. I want Liv to win then. I want Liv to win then. There.
No, that's terrible.
That's so much worse. That's so much worse.
At least there's a storyline with Liv. I'll give him that one.
And why are you picking blondes?
Where's it go?
You're picking a type.
He's upset because there's no Japanese woman in this match. So he has no one to root for.
I was waiting for something.
But while you're here, Dragoon, who's winning the men's chamber?
Oh, Drew. Yeah.
Who's gonna enter last?
I'm gonna put Bobby for some ungodly reason.
Yes, it is ungodly.
It can make sense. He comes in, spears everyone. I could see it. It's not a terrible shot. Okay. More importantly, who's going to enter third and fourth?
This is for the men's, right?
I think I kind of agree. I think LA Knight will be third, fourth. Orton. I think Randy's going to be fourth.
Okay. Interesting. I can see it. All right. Interesting. Okay. So how good do you think the men's match is going to be?
I always like elimination. I like the gimmicky matches. So, like, I don't think I've ever not have a good time with an elimination chamber. I think you actually have to try really hard to make a bad elimination chamber match. The gimmick sets itself up. So, I think it'll be a good match.
And they tried that year with Shayna Baszler. They really tried.
I didn't like it as a Shayna fan from NXT going up. I liked it. And I also was just like, oh, wow, we're really just demolishing talent here. Like, they're just getting taken out in seconds. So
okay, I will say I actually liked I love the idea. The execution wasn't good.
Yeah,
but like that idea works on paper. It's fantastic. It just didn't go well, but the idea was good.
Did James just eat a Dunkaroo off the floor?
That's a great question.
First of all, it's not off the floor. Second of all, it's my own kind of Dunkaroo because I don't think the modern day Dunkaroos live up to the hype that were the original.
They're not
Dunkaroo.
as good. They're not as good.
So I use animal crackers and funfetti.
Well, I wasn't completely off base.
No,
you're right though, because it's not the original frosting. It's just like the basic was it Betty Crocker frosting instead of the original frosting. So it's still good, but it's not the same.
The cookie is also inferior.
Yeah, that too. Probably because you can't use as good a stuff as you did in the 90s. But I'm sorry, Nas has a question.
Great quotes. How much blood will we see in the chamber matches?
Minimal.
I don't think a lot. Yeah.
No.
I think Logan Paul's gonna bleed.
I think my bet would be if anyone bleeds, it's going to be Owens or Paul, and that kind of
it's going to be Paul in the men's and Becky in the women's.
It's going to be Paul, but accidentally.
Yeah,
like, he just keeps getting busted up. Yeah,
yeah.
Because he doesn't know how to push his face into the chain link, so he accidentally puts his forehead.
There's going to be people have vendettas. They want to get some shots in while they can, and we can't blame them. Obviously, we're just kidding. Okay, Dragoon. Last question. I'm going to agree with. Since you hate women to some degree, would you? No, because you said you were a Shayna Baszler fan. Would you want her in this match?
I want her to get something. I kind of really hated how she had the build up to that Mania, and then she didn't get anything with that. She had like that really fun tag run, and then nothing has come of her since. I would have liked to seen her in here, but again, it doesn't make a difference because I feel like there's a clear-cut winner. Like, it would have been fun to see her in here, and I would have preferred to see it, but I don't know who I'd take out either for her to be in. Like, it's a pretty good roster.
Which really fun tag run? The Natalya run that led into the Ronda one, or the Ronda one that led into the Zoe Starks one?
Obviously, the Nia Jax one.
I was going to say, it was the Nia Jax.
You know what's crazy? I am actually talking about the Nia Jax one.
Yeah, no, I wasn't even joking.
It was it was the most enjoyable part of Nia Jax's career to me, too. I think they actually had really good chemistry for some ungodly reason.
Not in a world where the My Whole clip exists.
I mean, that's a moment, you know, but
I hate Nia Jax, and like Dragoon said, I think it was the most entertaining thing she's done in all of wrestling. So
yeah, until now.
Shout out to Shayna.
But look, I get that because I like Shayna too, but it's a good thing she's not in this match. Like, and it's not because the winner's predictable; it's because she would stick out. I like Shayna, but it's the moment's gone. It's far gone. She wrestles to crickets every week. She gets no reaction. And that's the thing. The people in this match get reactions.
Even Raquel,
who were teasing a bit, still gets pops. The audience still cares. She got a pop winning that Battle Royal. Like, I would have had Zoe in this match over her if we're going to do that. But I don't think we need it because Tiffany is that person. Anyone who's not a top person or a title contender in this match is only going to take away from how good Tiffany is. Tiffany is the person you highlight. So you don't put a Zoe Stark in there because you don't want that to take away from Tiffany.
No.
And you don't put Shayna in there, well, because just no one's gonna care. You eliminate Shayna, it doesn't matter. Shayna eliminates someone, it doesn't matter. And again, I like Shayna. We all like Shayna. Most of us were at that great takeover match. See how Kyrie's saying, like she can go. It's just she's one of those people that has been ruined by the main roster. They missed the mark by a long shot, and we're a long way from there. Yeah, thank you, Nas. We're all on the same page here. And again, this is not coming from we all like Shayna, but this is just where we're at. So that's why we were talking about before you got here. I like how these chambers are stacked, and they have top people in it as opposed to the undercard people who don't believe are going to stand a chance. We don't need an Evan Bourne type in this match. Like we need people who we can see winning the title at some point. So it's good. It's sad that Shayna's not that person anymore. But anyway, I've been wasting enough time, so we'll move on.
Should you ask Dragoon about the tag team match?
No, we're not talking about that. We're not wasting any more time on that.
Can't even think of it.
Yeah, exactly. If he can remember it, he can weigh in on it. But until then, we're moving on to the Grayson Waller effect. It's going to be Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes versus Grayson Waller in a promo segment. It's interesting to see. I think Grayson Waller is still going to get booed, but we'll see. We'll see.
I think they're going to cheer him at first, and then he's going to turn them on him really fast.
Yeah,
I think they're going to turn first on him, honestly. I think they're going to cheer because he's from there, and then no matter what he says, they're going to start booing him.
He'll get an Aussie chant, and then he'll say something to disparage the rugby team, and then he'll get booed.
Yeah. So, Dragoon, I'm going to throw to you right away. Who do you think is going to win this match or segment, if you will? Who's going to win? How's it going to go down? Is it going to end in an impromptu match? And just what are your thoughts about it overall?
So,
Cody Rollins.
I don't know, because it's I don't know what you're gonna get done with this besides just a really nice hometown speech. It's gonna be fun. I don't think anyone comes away looking amazing. They probably both hit him with finishers. The crowd cheers and then call it a day, I guess. It's probably gonna be one of those feel good spots they do where Drew is over when they have Clash at the Castle. Drew comes out, says something, okay, there's the pop. I think this is gonna be the same thing. Grayson Waller is gonna be there. He's gonna get a good pop, like you said. Gonna say something to get them booing. Those two are gonna hit him with a finisher. That's all I can see coming from this, unless they bring out a big name. But Reigns isn't here, right? There's no Reigns or anyone else.
Allegedly.
Allegedly there's no Roman. Allegedly there's no Rock.
And that Nas jumped the gun on what I was going to ask. Does anybody think either of them were going to show up?
Oh, no.
Roman doesn't show up in much easier to get to places. I don't think he's going to show up for Australia.
He's not even showing up for the matches. He's going to wrestle. He's going to be phoning that shit in. You think he's going to show up here?
He's sending his stunt double from the Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw.
He's going to send the actor who played him in Young Rock.
The little kid.
I'm thinking the oldest one, but sure. For shits and giggles, we'll go with the kid.
It's wrestling. It would definitely be the kid.
I would love to see Seth Rollins curb stomp the little kid. That would be so great.
Terrible.
No, it's not. Absolutely great.
It'd be funny.
I think they're really gonna establish this to have the tag team match for night one. Mm-hmm. I think Cody.
Did any of you guys hear me throw it to James, or am I crazy?
You were doing nothing.
There was dead air. There was dead air. He filled the gap. That's a sign of a good partner there. Good
no, I feel like he was stepping on Dragoon's. That was right there. I'm really trying to include him. He just got here.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you for caring about me, unlike some people. That's all right.
Of some people, God, James, you couldn't even change between the last video you filmed in that shirt and this one. Anyway, James, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, how would you know? But producer boy totally sent a screenshot. And I'm going to use it for another video. I stand by. I think they're going to set up night one's main event, or at least lay the challenge down for night one here. I think Cody and Seth. I think one of them is going to propose to the other the notion of being a tag team, and that's going to set up. And that's going to set up for Rock and Roman, the Bloodline, to respond on SmackDown or wherever.
That pause between propose to another and where you kept going did a lot of heavy lifting there.
I'm just saying, if it came down,
time for a pause.
If it came down to Cody versus Becky, my money is not on Cody; it's on Becky. She actually won the first main event of WrestleMania. She wrestled in.
Yep,
True.
It's valid.
very true.
True.
I don't have much to add. I think James is right. They're going to set up for this eventual tag match at Mania. I don't think they're going to have an impromptu match, though, because assuming Seth's injury is real, I think it is. I don't think they'll do it because they're just trying to protect him. Probably hit some finishers and, lay out Waller and perhaps Theory. I think he's there as well. So
I do love that. I completely agree with you. I don't think they're going to have him wrestle before they have to. I do love that in this hypothetical that we've all collectively come up with, they're going to protect Seth, and then make him wrestle 2 nights in a row.
Yep, which is why they're protecting him.
It's just perfect.
Yeah, isn't it weird if Punk didn't get injured, you're really going to have Punk go through the Elimination Chamber? Are they trying to kill these guys between Orton and Punk? Like, what is the idea here? Do you want both these guys to retire this year? Because that's putting them in the chamber seems like a bad idea.
I mean, according to last night's Dynamite, this is really just all on Wardlow.
Yep.
It's Wardlow's fault that Punk is broken right now.
If we can have literally just a 2 minute sidebar. I'm so sorry. I wasn't dead, but what did you guys like Wardlow's promo?
I loved Wardlow's promo.
Yeah, I did too. And I saw so many people be like, "Oh, he's just referencing WWE." I'm like, no, he's referencing stuff that happened in AEW. I was like, it didn't make any sense to me. It was the best thing he's done in so long, and he's.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm just excited.
I was gonna say the faction has really been a wet blanket for me, but that was like the standout moment since this faction has come to be was that promo. Like everything they've done before that was the Matt Taven Cassidy match is fantastic, but this faction isn't serious. And the Wardlow cut that promo. I was like, oh shit, I'm into this now. So I was a big fan of that. But anyway, what were you gonna say? Make it quick though, because I don't want to spend too much time on it.
I was just gonna say, if Wardlow couldn't acknowledge the people he's wrestled that have left the company, he's not gonna be able to acknowledge anything he's done. Yeah. So just let the man speak. Rev has lost control of this episode. Absolutely. No, I enjoyed it.
No, but
I mean, he tried to. He tried to at the beginning.
Technically, I lost it at the beginning, but I didn't have, hey, we're doing random AEW sidebars, so this was the closest one I could do.
This is the effects of Producer Boy, because that's just going to get clipped into something else.
Yeah, sure. But okay, anyway, we'll get back on track.
Why?
What's up,
Why,
JL?
To our main event. I think it's just because it was anything AEW related.
Fair enough.
What's up, Jay? Braun Breaker's not on the show. Sorry, but he was on SmackDown. So.
Are you going to be tuning in, JL, for our SmackDown lives?
Our SmackDown lives.
Yeah.
Anyway, our main events. I assume this is the main event of the show. I don't actually know, but fuck it, do it. Who cares? Make it the main event. We have home country girls going up against each other. We have Nia Jax versus Rhea Bloody Ripley, and for the women's title. This match, I think, is actually going to be really good. Nia is on the run of her career, and so is Rhea, but that's more in our faces and apparent and good. Dude, Jay, I am just as shocked as you are. Yeah, DIY and Judgment Day aren't main eventing. They've never main evented anything, honestly. It's crazy.
They're also not even they're not even wrestling, which is the crazy part.
Oh, I thought that was the tag match. I was
it's British Strong Style.
No,
it's New Cat Republic.
British Strong
Style. It's DX, bro. What are you talking about? Anyway.
And that's what's
DIX.
Look.
No, we can't do that t-shirt.
I mean, we can. It's a t-shirt. James, make us some t-shirts. But Rhea Ripley on the run of her career, top of the world, borderline top star in the company that isn't Roman Reigns, versus Nia Jax, who has just been genuinely really good since coming back. And I keep saying it like it's a surprise, which it shouldn't be at this point, but it's still weird to say. It doesn't feel natural to say, but it's the truth. Nia's been great. She's had some really, really good matches. She's been on a roll. And this has been culminating to have this giant moment for Rhea Ripley in her home country, to have her Sami Zayn moment from last year, to have her Bad Buddy moment from Puerto Rico. Like, she's gonna love this. It almost doesn't matter what she does in Mania. Like, she's gonna have this, and that's why Nia's been pushed so strongly. And maybe it seems a little weird to push Nia so strongly to be the foil for a secondary show before Mania, but I think the cards have aligned perfectly here, and I don't think there's a better way you could have done this. Like, if you had her face Becky or Liv or Bianca or something, that wouldn't work, because Rhea's got to be the babyface here. She's gonna get cheered like crazy. And you have to have her go up against someone the crowd's going to boo anyway. And Nia is the perfect person for that, because no one's ever going to cheer for her. So it makes perfect sense. No, Nia hasn't hurt anyone yet. And
I got nervous during the beatdown on Raw.
Yeah, sure. There's a lot of people in the ring at once, so it's understandable.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, she did bust Becky Lynch open during their match, technically, but didn't break her nose this time. Just made her bleed a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, all right, I'm probably the biggest Nia hater here, so JL's got my back on this. It's like me saying I haven't injured anyone when I drive. Where is my bonus? Like, the fact that is the bare minimum of what we're expecting out of Nia is, I think, doesn't reflect well on her.
I agree.
It doesn't,
but she's yeah.
No, go ahead, James.
I think we were on the same page. It is what we are just really happy about, but admittedly, she is also kind of delivering. She's been doing decent promos. She's been having enjoyable enough, or at the very least, she's filling her role very well in these matchups. I can't say that she looks as out of step as she did before she left.
I've heard
so
that.
I think this is a better Nia than we've had almost ever.
And I'm more than willing to be proven wrong. I haven't seen much of Nia since she's come back because, as I said, I'm not a fan of her in the ring or in wrestling in general. So if I'm proven wrong, at 7 o'clock on Saturday morning, I'll eat that. So be it.
That's going to be the match that he falls asleep. Be prepared.
Now that's going to be the match I'm going to have to make the espresso martini to keep myself awake.
God.
You might eat one of the night, probably.
Coffee, but
it depends on if I've woken back up from a nap or if I'm still awake.
Yeah. All jokes aside, Nia's been pretty good during this run. Yeah, that's the. She
And
really has. It's hard to deny it.
I'm willing to give her the benefit of the doubt. Then, like, if you guys were all telling me she's been better, I'm willing to give her the benefit of the doubt for this paper.
She's still not the talent that I'm going to rush to go watch.
Yeah,
but she's definitely more palatable than she's been.
Fair enough.
Jay, I'm gonna say this nicely. Naomi doesn't deserve shit, bro.
Who's Rebecca Quinn?
It's weird that you know her government name. Actually,
I thought it was like a Harley Quinn. So I was like, Liv Morgan. I was like, what kind of reference is that? And I was just like, where?
Liv Morgan's name is like something Daddy-O. She has a way better name than Liv Morgan.
It's like it's not the Dario, but it's something close to that.
No, it's literally something Daddy-O. Like her.
Yeah, it is Daddy-O. Gianna Daddy-O.
Bro, that's a
fan.
Well, you guys forget. Remember her first gimmick in NXT was basically just Carmella Light, but from Jersey.
I believe you. I don't remember.
I remember that.
I remember
Gianna Daddy-O is what Deonna Purrazzo wants her name to be. Like, that's...
no. That's what Tony Storm wants Deonna Purrazzo's name to be.
When I only remember that Liv's gimmick because I think Carmella and Alexa Bliss were moving to the main roster, and they did I think like a 6-women tag on NXT, debuting some of the younger talent, and Liv was in that match, and she was just Carmella but from Jersey.
It was like half skater too, if I remember. Like I think it was like skater aspect. It was weird.
I all I remember is her coming out with like a baseball cap that was like to the side,
flat brim,
and like the shirt wrapped around her waist,
Yep.
and then all of a sudden she was in a group with Ruby Riott and Valhalla.
Yeah, James. I mean, a woman wearing a flat brim. You don't think I'm going to remember that?
Fair point.
All right. Anyway, I think we were talking about Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax.
Yeah, we got to look. That was the part for Rev has lost control of this episode.
Yeah,
we don't go on tangents here.
Never, honestly.
Oh, I got to put that one back up somewhere.
We had to pad the time. You know, it was a short card. Jay had a comment about only being 4 matches on the show, which is
this was the Grayson Waller effect of our episode.
Yeah, there we go. Exactly. It all comes together. That was just a demonstration of what it's like to have a talk show segment in the middle of a wrestling pay-per-view. But Rhea versus Nia. Actually, wait, just to answer more questions. We got a man fan. That's a cute way of branding it. Jay, you're so in there, man. You know her government name. You have a cute little name for fans of her. Like you're low key a fan. I caught you, man.
I'm literally on the WrestleMania pre-show cheering for Becky Lynch. So yes, I am a fan of the man.
Oh yeah, we're big time. Jay's almost like Kevin in a way where he just likes to hate on things people like.
Unless it's Braun.
Also, yeah, unless it's Braun. But Naomi doesn't deserve shit, bro. She just got back. Like she's not that girl, pal. She's not.
She was that girl.
And
somewhere else
in Impact. Yeah.
And she can get back there, but she just
she can get back to Impact whenever she wants. Absolutely.
Oh, I meant back to winning.
That was what you meant.
WWE.
I know what you meant.
I know. I just wanted to specify.
I don't know if she can. I feel like we're at a nice point where not everybody's going to win titles, and it's nice. I don't think we're going to get any other matches because I don't want any other matches. But if we do, it should be probably the Kabuki Warriors defending against Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae, so you can get another Aussie on the show.
Yeah.
But, speaking of Aussies on the show, for the third attempt, Rhea versus Nia. Real quick, we all think it's going to be Rhea, right? Nobody thinks Nia is going to win this match. Can we move past that?
It's Rhea.
Yeah. It's Rhea Ripley.
I don't know. Dragoon hasn't said anything. I'm
trying to be polite. I'm trying to get manners in here. I completely agree though with who's gonna win that.
No, it's fine. I appreciate you trying to be cordial and trying to be polite, but we're all about overlapping dialogue here. Okay, we kind of want it in an Always Sunny sort of vibe. We're all just kind of talking over each other. We don't want dead air per se, but dead air is fine if you time it right. If there's a intentional awkwardness to it. But otherwise, we all just kind of want to be talking over each other. So, like, James starts saying something, just jump right in there, man. That's fine. Just don't talk at the same exact volume of him. Perfect, right there. You talked while I was talking, but we're talking at a different volume, so it works. It's overlapping dialogue. Just as long as we don't match volume, it's perfect. So don't even worry about it, man.
Get in with the quips while you can. It's
exactly.
Small window.
Got it.
Life moves pretty fast around here.
Exactly. That's the time where we all got quiet. We had to let him sit in that. See, there's an ebb and a flow to this, and James is a beaver making a dam in the middle of that flow. That being said, I do want to talk about this match a little bit. Rev, I guess we've already established your expectations going into this, but if you can just make a wild guess at what do you think the big near fall in this match is going to be?
Avalanche Samoan drop?
I was thinking the same thing. Yes, I agree.
I feel like that would be the spot for her. It works very well for her, so I think that would be a very good near fall out of that. I think this match is going to be pretty good because I trust Rhea enough, and from what you guys are telling me out of Nia's recent performances, I think it'll be a good match. And I think this also might be one of those matches where the crowd is so into it, it helps make the match a lot better because I'm sure we're going to be getting so many Aussie chants that it's going to be great. I've watched Australian rules football every once in a while when it's in season because it's on like 3 o'clock in the morning and there's nothing on. They go crazy enough for that shit. So I got to imagine that they're going to be going pretty crazy for Rhea Ripley.
I think you put it perfectly. So good luck to the other two having to follow that, but we'll give them a shot. Dragoon, Dylan, Cross and Jordan, whatever you want to be known by. What do you think of this match? Who do you think is going to win, and what are you expecting from this?
So Rhea's definitely winning the match. She is 100% going to take it. I think it's going to be a really fun match, though. Like I said, we all covered that Nia's kind of like at the peak of her career right now. I think, like I said, just have some good spots. The crowd reaction is going to sell it the most, too. Like you mentioned it best with like Bad Bunny in Puerto Rico. Hell, even Selena Vega on that show, where it's just like you got fantastic moments, and honest to God, the entrance is probably going to be worth it alone. Like to hear how that pop is going to be, like the match could be a raw quality match. And I think the crowd is going to be so over with it. It's just going to sell it and make it seem like something that's worthy of being a main event. So yeah, I think there is no chance this match doesn't at least end up a really good, fun match.
Yeah, that's the ultimate thing here is it just needs to be fun. All of these matches just have to be fun. And you know, I kept thinking all week, I'm like, man, how fucked up would it be if they go to Australia and then one of the people in a key match gets like bit by a giant spider out there or something? You know, like it's like this is why you don't go. If there's ever a reason not to go to Australia, that's the only reason.
Or they have
dive bears. Those are the bad ones.
It's drop bears.
Drop bears, yeah.
And I think it's either 8 or 9 out of 10 of the deadliest snakes in the world reside in Australia.
Of course they do.
Kangaroos are also bastards too. Kangaroos are pretty bad. Like,
that's what the roo balls are for, mate. Gotta have the roo balls in the front, keep your car protected.
Okay. They're just roided up deer. He just does it. I don't
know.
But like
this show's been going on for an hour. You just bust that out now.
I've been purposely dialing it back because you get annoyed every time I do it.
We never get annoyed.
We get annoyed. You don't do it more.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. That's like how many sidebars have we had about you doing accents?
Every sidebar this man has with me, I write that shit down. I keep those notes going. Sir, you let us down a little bit here.
All right. You know what? Hit the intro again, and we'll do the whole show over. And I'll do the whole thing in the accents, okay? Don't actually hit the fucking intro.
Roman is the biggest bad guy character.
Oh, we back, mate. Perfect. All right. What match are we on again?
Man event, mate.
Oh, absolutely have Rhea Ripley winning this match. Aussie all day long. She has to win this match. It also, if Becky Lynch is going to win the Elimination Chamber, then Rhea obviously has to win this match so that they can face each other at WrestleMania. It's a no-brainer, mate.
That's perfect. All right, well, that's our show. Look, James, I know you didn't get to say anything on this match, but like, we can't follow.
You can't follow it. I'm sorry.
You understand, right, buddy?
Bust out an accent yourself, real quick. You got to follow it up with an accent.
If you can match it with an accent, yeah.
I'm too tired. I've been in this chair for like 5 hours.
And you're gonna have to do another half an hour for Impact.
Oh no, fuck it. Tomorrow night, live, I'm covering No Surrender here in the Gym Pack Zone. That'll be my TNA contribution for the week. I'm done.
The pay-per-view's on a Friday?
Yeah, they do Friday pay-per-views.
Even James gave up on TNA.
No. I am in solidarity with my TNA brethren who are upset about Scott D'Amore having gotten fired.
So I will say solidarity with the company or the mutiny that's going to happen?
A little bit of both. I'm playing both sides. I want to see who wins, so that way I can always come out on top.
So it's always sunny comes back full circle, or really both at the tail end of the circle, but still.
I will say 2 pay-per-views in less than 12 hours is pretty cool.
Or exhausting.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, because if that's assuming that's on at 8:00 p.m. and then the next one comes on at 5 a.m.
And I can't prove it. Dragoon is our New Japan guy. I'm pretty sure there's a New Japan pay-per-view or a New Japan event this weekend too.
Probably at like 3 a.m. because we talked about it, and I told you, I'm like, there's no way. There's no.
But he will be up for Elimination Chamber at 5 a.m.
I work at 7 a.m.
Cool. So you'll watch the first 2 hours of the pay-per-view on as you're getting ready for work, and then
I probably can watch it. Weekends are dead, so there's probably a good chance I can watch it at work.
yeah, just bring your computer to work, and it's all good. Everything
Easy.
works out.
Easy.
But anyway, I do think that's our show. Guys, stay tuned. We have a very special interview coming out very, very soon. James, do you want to say anything about it? Do you want to say who it's with or tease? Do we know when it's coming out?
I mean, I think the plan is for Sunday. I'm not a Marines biologist. I don't know the science behind the editing, but I know the plan is either the end of this weekend or very early next week. We will have our interview out with former WWE superstar Axel Tischer, otherwise known as Alexander Wolf. So fun interview, great guy, great talent. He's very hungry, and we're definitely going to be seeing him again in the United States wrestling scene very soon. So before he does take the indie scene and this tour by storm, come check out our interview here at the Market Down podcast.
Oh, very exciting. I can't wait. I speak for the entire Market Down universe when I say, wow. So don't forget, please like, subscribe if you want. Give us your comments down below. Tell us who you think is going to win these matches. It could be anybody. I mean, who knows? So please, thank you guys so much for watching. Good night, everyone. Don't drink and drive. Be nice to animals.
Follow us on social media in the description below.
Audio stuff too.
Yeah. Do what you want.
Apple Podcast, Spotify.
Yep.
Don't let these people tell you what to do.